All right, hi folks. Good evening. This is Westbury Church's Not Necessarily the News. I'm Hector Clapsaddle, and this is my partner,
Raquel Tippy Canoe.
and we're here to bring you news and hopefully interesting information around the Westbury area. It might be true, it might be fictitious. It's up to you to decide which it is. Now, let's start with breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
How exciting.
It is. What do you got?
Supply chain.
Oh.
My wife Wanda is an avid cream pie maker, and you can't make a cream pie with instant pudding. It has to be the cooked pudding. And there seems to be a supply chain issue with the coconut cream filling.
No.
Yes, you can't get it. Now, someone told her that if you buy the vanilla pudding and add coconut extract to it, it's not half bad. But I look forward to chewing on the coconut, so it's amazing. And as far as the other pies go, you can't buy a big box of the pudding. You can only buy the little ones, and there's probably a limit to them. So the supply chain issue is still... I didn't know there was a shortage of coconuts, but apparently there is.
That's terrible.
That is terrible. And the area farmer Cecil Fudpucker informs me that he has a scope. It's a 30-inch wand on it, and he can scope engines and stuff like that. And he lost the very tip of the actual lens protector. And it's about that long and screws on. And he had his brother look it up on the internet, and Cecil tells me that... you have to buy the whole 30-inch cord, which is $175. And if that's not acceptable to you, you can buy the whole thing for $490. And it's unavailable. And so is the cord. So
no matter how much you spend, you're not going to get it.
They might as well put it's $1 million because they can't get it anymore. Or free. It's absolutely free, but we can't get you one. So
we need to start making this stuff here.
That is right. That is right. Yeah, that's my brother has his pickup truck at a repair shop, and it needs the anti-lock brake module. Well, it's been 2 weeks, and we still haven't seen an anti-lock brake module. So, and without that, his speedometer doesn't work.
What?
And there's 6 lights on his dash because of this one module.
Not just the ABS light.
Yep, there's more than that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't see it getting much better anytime soon, but it's...
What is our government doing to rectify this problem? Absolutely nothing. All they want to do is blame the Republicans for everything that's going bad in the country.
And vice versa. Everybody wants to blame the other person.
Everybody's blaming the other guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, other breaking news. Lamb & Webster, the Case International dealer, has been bought out by Monroe Tractor, which brings Monroe Tractor's store totals to 18.
Wow.
Different stores. And now, if you so desire, you can get Kubota parts through Monroe Tractor.
Oh.
If that's what you want to do. I don't know why you do that. We got a dealer right in Albion and one in Brockport. Why would you go to Springville to get Kubota parts? But hey, c'est la vie. I know
competition.
Nothing. Other breaking news.
Okay.
We have a man in our clutch who is making headline news. He started off on a new adventure. His name is Russell Toby Maxon, and he started a singing career, and it's only been on Facebook so far, but he's doing a great job. I believe he's the next Taylor Swift. only in mail form. He did an excellent job. So if you can bring up Toby, and he's got a background singer, that would be Cheryl Mama.
I think I saw them.
Did you see that?
They were spectacular. It was unbelievable.
It blew me right away. I couldn't believe how good he is.
It was totally professional.
He was singing a well-known older song, and he did it. It sounded just like the original. So kudos, Toby. He's on his way to 1 million CDs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Russell. Sometime you should come and sing for us.
Yes. We're going to hit you in the choir with a voice like that. You're the next.
Yeah, so look it up if you're on Facebook.
Yeah. He's the next Elvis.
Right. Good deal.
Well, have you got anything under new news?
Well, my breaking news is all the Christmas lights. And I know last year I told you how much I like them, and I get really excited when I start seeing all the decorations go up, and then I try to do a lot at my house, but so we see the Christmas lights on the houses and on the trees, and around here you get to see them on tractors.
Yeah.
So, and we'll have hopefully some exclusive footage from our Barre Tractor Parade coming up a little later in the show.
Yeah.
But I did some questioning on where exactly the tradition started with Christmas lights. And of course, some say that it symbolizes the stars, particularly the Star of Bethlehem, or that Jesus is the light of the world. Huh. And I like that. And I guess it can be whatever you want it to be.
Absolutely.
We're all just celebrating the birth of Jesus and showing it in bright lights. But are you a fan of the Christmas lights?
Yes, I am. And in fact, coming out of Elba, heading north on 98, on the left-hand side.
That one with a great big tree.
that one house, their meter must be spinning like crazy.
They've added more and more.
But it looks like you can buy like a sheet of lights because they're so perfectly... Yeah,
I think you can. There's just a million different light things you can buy.
It's almost a little bit too much.
Yeah. Well, it's like once you start coming into Barre, up here on the corner of Westbury Road and Westbury Road Extension at Carraz's and I forget the other one's names, but they just do it up everywhere. And then DePatey's across the road. So that was my beacon coming home in blizzards. Then I'd know where our corner was by their lights, and thank you very much. I think I mentioned this last year. Sometimes I don't know where our corner is because you can't see.
Well, they're beautiful. They do a good job. I feel sorry for the neighbor, though, especially when you're in town. You got one house that's lit up like the Taj Mahal.
And the ones that have no time to music.
He's got a fake Christmas tree sitting in there with a blinking star. He probably thinks, the best one I've seen, and this was, I think I saw this on YouTube. The neighbor's house, they panned. They were taking a video of the neighbor's house, and they panned from one edge of his property to the other. And there was so much going on. There was the Peanuts gang. There was the wise men, the manger scene with Mary and Joseph. It was just spectacular. Lights everywhere. Right next door in the neighbor's yard was a lit up sign that said, "Ditto."
At least it wasn't bah humbug or something. Ditto. Yeah. Me too.
Just like him.
Yeah, I want to be like that too. So, what's your favorite color on of lights on the tree?
I love blue lights. They really stand out the best. But on a Christmas tree in the house, I like the white ones.
I like the white too.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Tippecanoe likes the blue or the multicolor.
Well, blue's my favorite color, as you can see.
Yeah, all right. So our tree here at church is just gorgeous.
It is. Where did it come from? The Panic?
Yeah, it came from County House Christmas trees.
Yes, that's it right there.
Just beautiful con color fir.
Katie and her husband run that, right? Or
Right.
just Katie?
Oh, I think her husband's behind the scenes
Nice.
too.
They do a good job.
And the kids are helping out.
Nice, nice.
So, yeah,
Is your
it's
tree up?
My tree is up. Right. And decorated and lit, and then I have a couple smaller artificial trees, which I never thought I'd put an artificial tree in our house, but I have a couple smaller ones that I do up,
Nice.
and then the ones on the porch, and then the garlands, and then the rest of the lights, and then all the other decorations, and then the... Okay, I'll quit. And then you have a farm report this week, Hector.
Do we? Well, one of the items was the Lamb and Webster.
Oh, okay, all right.
Selling that's what I had. Area farmer turns 80. One of our area farmers on the 10th will turn 80 years old. That's Larry Kennedy. And his daughter had a very nice party, euchre party for him yesterday. It was from 11 till 3. And it was well attended, that's for sure. Right?
Wow. Happy birthday, Larry.
Yeah, 80 years old. Good man. He used to come
Hope
to
you're
this
watching.
church. Yeah. Now he goes to Clarendon.
Clarendon, yeah. All right, well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Larry. That's all I
Well,
got on the farm report.
I have a new segment from Julia R. Chili, and, well, let's take a look.
Here you go.
Welcome to another episode of We All Have to Eat. Julia R. Chili here. My cooking motto is, use what you have. My slogan is, make do, waste not, want not. After all, you are what you eat. In the Bible, John 6:35, we read, Jesus declared, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. You can find 255 passages in the Bible that mention bread. On the first Sunday of the month here in Westbury, we celebrate Holy Communion. Matthew 26:26 reads, while they were eating, Jesus took bread and then he gave thanks. He broke it and gave it to his disciples, saying, take and eat. This is my body. Bread is that important. Today's subject is sandwiches. According to history, the earliest bread was made around 8000 BC in the Middle East. The earliest yeast bread dates around 1,350 years BC. If you get the chance, look up the history of bread. It's very interesting. Bread is the essential ingredient in sandwiches. The sandwich is named after its supposed inventor, John Montague, 4th Earl of Sandwich. He was an 18th century English aristocrat. It's commonly said that Lord Sandwich, during long sessions of cribbage and other games at the public gambling house, would order his valet to bring a salt beef between two pieces of toasted bread. He was fond of this form of food because it allowed him to continue gambling while eating without the need for a fork and without getting his cards all greasy from eating meat with his bare hands. The dish then grew into popularity in London, and sandwiches' name became associated. It was the original fast food. Today, anything goes with sandwiches, as shown here on my poster. You can switch up the bread. There's a lot of examples of different kinds of sandwiches that you've probably eaten. And when you go to a restaurant, they have things like Monte Carlo or Reubens or BLTs. My number 3 is called mystery meat, a mystery meat and cheese. And as we go through, you can see some of the sandwiches. There's corned beef on rye, there's hero sandwiches. It's developed into different cultures of the world as well. Like Greek, of course, is the hero sandwich. And here in America, we like our BLTs. And then as you go through, we get to the Minci Cristo. I had to look that up. It's a ham, turkey, cheese, fried and served with jelly. Sounds good. And then the Minci ham and cheese, of course, and the bagel. And I learned that what a Minci is. Do you know that a Minci is a Neopet? I don't know what a Neopet is, but anyway, my poster gets kind of wonky in referring to some of these. But then it ends on number 42 with a cucumber tea, which is cucumber, unsalted butter into little tea sandwiches. So as I said, anything goes. I did a little survey asking folks, what is your favorite sandwich? And here are some of my results. Michelle likes peanut butter and banana. She also likes mayo and grape jelly. John likes what he calls a sauce sandwich, which is mayo on bread. Jim P. likes peanut butter and celery sandwich. And Hector likes a cold Spam sandwich. Sharon likes her BLT without the B and the T. Matt likes just cheddar cheese on plain bread, and his brother Luke likes just meat on plain bread. Kurt from Delaware loves a scrapple sandwich on white bread. He also enjoys po' boys, which is fried oysters on bread with a special sauce consisting of mayo, mustard, paprika, pickle juice, garlic, and hot sauce. Kurt also enjoys pepper, cheese, Swiss, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches. Elaine enjoys an egg salad sandwich with slices of avocado, which is good. Paul's dad, who was a chef by trade, his favorite sandwich was Lindbergh cheese and onion. Paul himself likes peanut butter, and bacon bits on his bread. And my father liked peanut butter, mayo, and onion.
Those are some interesting sandwiches.
Yes, they are. And Kennedy likes cream cheese and hard salami, which is also one of my favorites. And my son Richard likes just ketchup on bread. And Colette likes Nutella sandwiches. Kristen likes ham, Swiss, sweet pickles, mayo. And they all love fluffernutters. And sometimes they make a fluffernutter into a s'more sandwich, which is, that sounds pretty good. Raquel, what is one of your favorite?
Well, I think my favorites are quite boring compared to some of these other ones.
No.
I'm a diehard grilled cheese fan, and I also, similar to some of the ones you mentioned, I like a Monte Cristo.
Oh, yes.
And
me too.
I haven't had a fluffernutter in ages.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
It does. I actually just bought some fluff to make fudge.
You just have to take a little bit out and put it on bread.
So yeah, my stepfather used to eat the Limburger and onion.
Really?
Yes, he didn't want to be around.
No.
And
apparently that is a very tasty flavor.
My father, one of his favorite sandwiches was cold SpaghettiOs on buttered bread.
Wow.
I guess don't knock it until you try it.
That's right.
But
anything goes.
Yeah, cold SpaghettiOs. So yeah, everybody's got their different things.
I thought the survey was fun.
Interesting results.
Yeah, what people come up with. Well, one of my favorites is a panini, and I have a pie iron that I use. This pie iron can be used, it's when it happens to be, oh, it falls apart. It happens to be copper, and you don't need to use butter, but what's a panini without butter on the outside of it? But you can put it on your electric stove, your gas stove, a grill, open fire, however you want to use it. And I have 2 cookbooks here. This one's called Creative Pie Iron Cooking. And you can make breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, snack, and then this and that, just on your pie irons. This is Dick's pie iron. Probably doesn't fall apart like mine, which is good. It would, but anyway, we each have our own pie iron because we like to eat them at the same time. But just right on your stove. I typically will make grilled cheese in the pie iron. That's my favorite too. So when it comes to sandwiches, the possibilities are endless. I'm going to end my segment with John 6:35. Then Jesus declared, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty." Remember, you are what you eat.
Great job. Thank you, Julia.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
All right, well, that was really interesting.
It was.
She comes up with some really interesting topics.
You gotta love
who'd
it.
have thought? Sandwiches.
Love a good sandwich.
Yeah.
Can't be beat. Now I believe it's time for weather and traffic
Okay.
with Raquel.
There we go again. Hey, this is Raquel with the weather from Barre. It is just beautiful out here today with the snow. It's just beautiful. I don't have any idea what it's going to do tomorrow, but it's beautiful today. Hey, this is Raquel with the traffic report from Barre. We have an unusual amount of heavy traffic going on, so I'm going to investigate and we'll see what's going on here. Hello. So we actually have a Orleans County Sheriff here. Could you tell me what's going on here in Barre tonight?
It's the annual tractor parade.
Tractor parade. Wow, that's pretty exciting.
It sure is.
It is.
Good turnout too, it looks like.
It is. Well, I'm going to go up here and see what else is going on. Thank you. Off we go. Yep, there's a tractor. And another tractor. Wow. I wish I could see. There. That's better. I turned the lights on. Oh, there's more police here. Boy, Barre does things quite differently.
Back again. Now, one of our constituents has written us a report, which we love. Look at this.
Yes.
Randy Hoffman has sent us a little story that he wrote just for us. It's called A Little Story About Squirrels.
Oh, yay.
In the past, we have always had squirrels in the backyard. They're very well fed by having corn, which is all around us, and walnuts from the trees and pine cones from the pine trees. Well, this past summer, we had a family of red squirrels, and they are very mean. They will run on the gray squirrels or anything else from their territory. They make big messes under the pine trees by tearing apart the pine cones, and they are very noisy. I know, we've had red squirrels in our backyard as well. The neighbor ended up with a nest in their barn and making a mess of their insulation. They bought a noisemaker to keep them out, but that didn't work at all. So Then they bought a trap to catch them, but it had no luck. So I took the trap and the 100 walnuts that they found in their barn, and one by one was catching the red squirrels. He caught 5 in total. Now altogether we have caught 9 squirrels and thought we were down to 2 or 3 maybe. But 2 Sundays ago, just before leaving for church, I looked out the back window and saw 3, then 4, then 5. So I guess we still have at least 5 more red squirrels. I had taken the traps in on the last snowfall we had, but now have it set back up with peanuts. No luck on the peanuts, so I guess I'll put the walnuts back in. Actually, the gray squirrels are no problem. It was the red ones. Have you ever had fried squirrel? It's just a lot like chicken, not a lot of meat, so you need 5 or 6 for a meal. As a kid, I helped my dad many times skin squirrels.
Oh,
And that's from Randy Hoffman. And I thank you, Randy. We both thank you for
yeah, thank you for that,
adding
Randy.
something like this to our broadcast. This is what we're looking
Yeah.
for, and this is great.
That's a terrific story.
Randy's.
And I know personally that those red squirrels are pretty mean little things.
They are nasty, and man, they tear into the gray squirrel something terrible. If we've had them on the tree I took down this summer, had bird feeders, and the gray squirrel would be eating this red squirrel coming. Man, the gray squirrel just take off. It wants nothing to do with those red guys.
Yeah, mean little boogers. Well, thanks
Now-
again, Randy. We had another contribution
Yeah.
from, this is a new contributor.
Yes.
His name is Ed Kilbuck, and he sends us this little video clip. Thank you, Ed.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, guess what's going to happen now? We are holding a sweepstakes, a competition. It's going to be great. It's wild. It's out of this world. For every comment and or interaction you have with not necessarily the news, we will provide a partially paid trip to the bowling alley.
With us.
With us, of course. No, on your own. Where else can you get an offer like that? So look at, put in the comments.
Comment, don't you? I'm sure everybody is just dying to go bowling with.
If you've ever been bowling with us, you know what fun we have when we're bowling. So you must enter
Enter
to be a part
today.
of this. And do it today, yeah.
Today.
You know how long we've been begging for comments, and I think a grand total of comments that we've gotten since we've been begging is maybe 6.
Yeah,
and
something
3 of
like
them from one person. Mm-hmm. So that leaves,
Thanks, Ruth.
yeah. So then again, one more time, any comment and or piece of literature that we can use on the show, you'll get a partially paid trip to the
A
bowling
chance
alley.
for that. We can't give one to everybody. They're going to get a chance to win that.
A chance, yes. This is a competition. I
We
mean,
can't take
we're gonna
like
put all-
thousands of you.
Oh,
we
yeah.
can't.
Yes, we can. Because we're not going to be paying that much. That's like winning a trip halfway around the world.
Right. So,
So-
and there is a little disclaimer here, and we'll.
Enter today, and here's the disclaimer.
This contest is limited to 100 entries per viewer. Not sure if it's actually valid anywhere, and not sponsored by anyone in particular. Prize does not include transportation or skill. For more information, contact Sharon Miller.
Okay.
There. Next is missions. What do you got?
Missions. We had our vote for our December mission for our gift for Jesus, Jesus gift, however you want to put it. And the people spoke, and they picked CareNet of Orleans. And just to go over a little bit about what CareNet does, they provide counseling, pregnancy education, testing, various testing, parenting classes, and a lot more. They give out supplies, and they're just a great organization to have around here.
Absolutely.
And most of the time they offer a same-day service. So if a girl calls that day, most of the time they can see them that day. And that's pretty crucial to get help as soon as they call for it. And because the services are free to the clients, our gifts are very important. It's a very important part in ensuring that they can continue to do this work in this community. And CareNet's funded entirely by contributions and with a couple fundraisers they do throughout the year. So it's a pretty important mission. So if you want to check them out, their website is carenetorleans.net. So check it out. All right. And if you write a check for your donation, just please put it in the memo or on an envelope, CareNet.
Yes, but make the check out to the church.
Make the church, yes, Westbury United Methodist Church.
And
But put it in the memo, yeah. And we have a Christmas program coming up on December 16th. This is the Sunday school kids. A lot of fun, a lot of energy. That'll be on the 16th at 6:30.
Right.
A lot of
The
fun.
men's group will be setting up and tearing down and cleaning up of that dinner. Joy Markle will be in charge of the dinner, and I believe we're having spaghetti.
Okay, good. Joy's a great
One
cook.
big meatball.
A community meatball. We're all gonna... No, not really. I'm sure it's not.
Speaking of the men's group, there's a meeting. It's already too late, so you missed it.
You had
I'll let
fun,
you know
right?
when the next one is.
Yeah, and the ladies' Bible study is officially done for this book, and hopefully we'll start another one up in the spring. But stay tuned for that, and come on into service on Sundays at 9:30, and
That's right.
you find out just how much fun we are.
Yeah.
And-
And the hospitality team has things planned for us. Bowling, number one. I'd like to see some ice skating if we could, and maybe roller skating. There's lots of ideas floating around the hospitality team, which is in charge of our recreation.
Yeah, and even the coffee hour, they really put on a
They do.
really
They do.
nice coffee hour and put a lot of work into this stuff.
Yeah.
And we don't think to thank you guys for all the work you do. So, on to birthdays. We have a lot of birthdays coming up because our next broadcast isn't going to be until January 8th because of Christmas and New Year's coming on Sundays, which is when we usually air. We're going to skip over a couple weeks, and that also gives you more time to come up with comments and material for us, so there's no excuse. You've got more time. And enter the sweepstakes, so we can count. I mean, it's going to take a long time to count all those comments and, figure out who did it and
Hope springs eternal.
right?
Yeah.
So on to birthdays. On December 15th is Johanna Dibley.
Okay.
The 26th is Chuck Mathis. On the 24th is Cheryl Hickman. Norm Caldwell is on December 26th. On the 27th is Jeremiah Preston. The 29th is Pete Mathis. And one anniversary, that's Jack and Wilma Richardson, is on December 27th. So happy birthday and happy anniversary.
Happy birthday anniversary. You know how many years it's been for Jack and Wilma?
I don't. So if somebody could comment,
Yeah.
if you watch Wilma,
Another comment, put you in the sweepstakes.
in the sweepstakes.
Yep.
If you don't like that prize, we can always try to figure something else out, but,
Something else real cheap.
yeah, like we could buy you a cup of coffee. Buy you
Or just give you a pod, a coffee pod.
coffee pot. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, you forgot our sponsor.
Sponsor, Scale Pectate. I got nothing. If you've got problems, this could help you. And you know what I'm talking about.
Wow, is that it?
That's all I've got. This
Wow, that went by so fast.
This 2 hours has just flown by.
Yes. Well, I guess we'll close in prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much that we get to spend this time together, and we hope that we have touched somebody in a positive way. And Lord, please be with those who need you, especially during this this season of Christmas, where all these families are getting together, and there's so much love in the world, but there's still people that are lonely and sad. And please be with them, Lord, and reach out to them and be with us all. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Yeah, my cuts are so good. It's like,
So we're gonna start this again now?
yeah.
Okay.
So, you got to put on your great, like, game show announcer voice.
And now.
Wait, okay. You got to give it a little room in between there so I can cut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Now the sweepstakes. Talk to me about the sweepstakes.
You talk to me about the sweepstakes. What do we got going? We're going to start over.
I have no idea.
You got to come up with something.
Okay, so what
For every-
what do we want?
We want them to comment.
Oh, for every comment, and we're going to give them
A chance to win a partially paid trip to bowling with us.
for every comment or every is it?
Comment or like.
Oh,
or-
comments would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, for every comment.
That's why we're trying to drum up some comments.
Right.
And then I'll play the little disclaimer. Got it.
The all I got down is sweepstakes. I forgot where we were going.
Oh man, I was hoping to not have to do editing.
All you got to do
Yeah.
is cuts.
Sorry, I went on too long.